So you're a creative, maybe a photographer, videographer, dancer, writer, influencer, content creator, whatever. Siguro right now you feel stuck or maybe left behind by other creatives who are thriving in this season while you are struggling to find opportunities and find clients. And I get you. I actually felt this way maybe 2 weeks ago. So I talked to one of my best friends about my situation. So Jeremy, he is a really talented director, a great storyteller, and I've worked with him for 2 years now. I told him na right now it's medyo mahirap sa clients, and maybe I need to rework on my portfolio. Not that I don't have a portfolio yet, pero yung portfolio na bubuuin ko ngayon will be something that is distinct from his portfolio or our other creative friends from church. Something that they don't usually do, so that I can be the top of mind creator in a certain specialization. I can't help it sometimes but feel insecure. And sometimes, I feel like napaghuhulian na ako because my creative friends from church, I feel like they have more network, and I feel like I'm not being recognized enough. So that's what I told him. So hearing all this, well, he encouraged me. He told me that he understands what I've felt, what I've been through, and that he has also gone through that. But somehow, during that conversation, he got me out of it by giving me a real talk. And since that conversation, I realized that there are actually things that we could do as creatives, or rather, that we should stop doing and is crucial so that we could be better and that we can continue our lives, our careers as creatives. I realized that to be better creatives, we need to stop trying to be better than others. You don't have to see other creatives as your enemies or as your competition. Although I understand from a business perspective that the other people can be your competition. But for my case, I've only survived as a creative or as a freelancer for the past 2 years because I chose to work with Jeremy, to work with our other creative friends, to work with the right people, such that yung opportunities na yon led me to where I am now. And besides, creativity is subjective. So that means every one of us, how we express our creativity, it's different. Not all clients are the same. They are looking for different things, and you will find the right people who will always want to hire you. I was watching this video last week of Mark Bone. He is a documentary film director, and he has a YouTube channel as well. The title of the video is Why You Aren't Getting More Work. Of course, I clicked it because I felt like I wasn't getting more work. In that video, he was saying that the reason why clients get him and keep getting him is because he knows how to tell a story. If you found your voice and you know how to use it, then you can deliver what clients need from you. So just be yourself, because comparison kills creativity. And sometimes it becomes an excuse for us to just quit. And speaking of excuse, that's another reason, or that's another thing that we have to stop doing. To be a better creative, we need to stop making excuses all the time. So to be clear, I'm not saying that all you need to do is hard work and be smart. I'm talking about when you're comparing yourself to other creatives, like, kaya lang naman naging successful si ganito kasi may pera siya, or may gear siya, or may tools siya, or may paid software siya, or like what I said kanina, or because my other friends, they know more people than me, they have more network. I'm not saying they're not a factor. They can be a factor, but they are not the main reason why we aren't getting more opportunities as creatives. I think what matters more than the gear or the network or the capital is knowing the basics. Be a diligent worker, know the fundamentals of the job. So for example, you are a videographer. More than the camera or the lights or the audio or the background, there are things that you have to know. Even if you are using just a phone or a cheap lapel, you have to know how these things work before you should even consider upgrading. And guess what? All of these upgrades are not even worth it if you don't know how to use them properly. And this is why I started this channel. For me, this is my way to fight those excuses. I have a phased out mirrorless camera. I only have 2 lenses, one of the cheapest LED lights that you could buy. I borrowed a microphone. So my point is that other YouTubers, they have so much more, especially the ones that I'm watching from Canada. They are much more equipped than I am. But if I keep comparing myself to them, if I keep making these excuses, then I will never be able to create, and I will never be able to progress in my career as a creative. Lastly, to be a better creative, we have to stop seeking validation from other people. Now, let me qualify that. When I say that you don't need validation, it doesn't mean you're not going to listen to other people when they give you criticism. You also need to take note of the best practices from other creatives so that you can be better. But if you're seeking validation for the sake of hearing from other people that, oh, you got better. Uy, mas maganda yung gawa mo kaysa kay ganito. Dun sa conversation nga namin, Jeremy, sabi niya sa akin, bro to bro, while what I felt was valid, what I've been doing, which is comparing myself, my current state as a creative to other creatives, is along the lines of seeking validation from other people. And he told me that I should stop because people are gonna fail me. So does that mean validation is not important? I don't think so. But if we are going to seek validation, we shouldn't seek it from the wrong people. I have my wife. I know that she loves me and supports me in whatever I do. And I have my family, I have my friends, but they can never fully satisfy that validation that I need. Kasi, for example, kagabi, karoon kami ng konting pagtatalo ni Cyrene. Because of that, I didn't feel like shooting this video kagabi. Because I was seeking my validation from her. But as a Christian, I do know that there is someone who will never leave me, who knows what's best for me. It's from God that I seek my validation. And I know that He will never fail me. So if you're a Christian creative, I suggest you stop seeking validation from people. Just seek it from God. But if you're not a Christian, filter out kung kanino mo kinukuha yung validation mo. Because a lot of people will not like how you do things. And so are you gonna stop creating? The whole point of this video is that if you want to be a better creative, then you have to know who you are. Know why you are creating. Because if not, it's so hard to pour yourself out on something if you're drawing from an empty well. You have to find your voice, your identity even, because not only do we get known by how good we are in what we do, of course we need to be excellent, but we also get recognized by how we see the world through our own lens. You know, if you find your voice as a creative, if you know yourself, then you won't have to worry about having to drown in the sea of faces, because you are you. If you've seen my first video in this channel, sabi ko nga dun, yung reason kung bakit ko ginagawa to is because I want to find myself, my own creative voice. So, you know, I would really appreciate it if you would walk with me in this journey. So please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and see you guys in the next one.